What Texans like about seagrass in their coastal bays? The joys of a day at a water's edge. Everybody loves to go to the Texas beaches and the Texas bays. They're wonderful places. Happiness is a day going out into the water with kayaks or small boats, or just wandering the beach and finding starfish, or catching a really big fish. Look at the smile on this lady's face. She caught that just by wading into the water. She's very happy. And here's a guy who's out in a small boat, a kayak. He's been fishing all day, and he found something that it looks like dinner, and he's making a face at it. Seagrass are the things that make these bays so lovely, with clear water and a lot of fish and animals. They're a group of flowering plants that are underwater in the Texas bays. And here on the right are the kinds of seagrasses that are found in Texas, from Thalassia, a big wide-bladed plant, to halidule, the shoal grass, which is found in most places, to the tiny little halophylla, which is called paddle grass, and it's like a little moss on the bottom of the sand. And they're often associated with fish nurseries, but they're also associated with the food for whooping cranes, the endangered species. This whooping crane's eating a blue crab, which come in the seagrass beds, or Louisiana tricolor. They're fun to watch, these birds, as they eat the products of the seagrass. And here's a pelican who flies down over the seagrass bed and catches fish, and the roseate spoonbills, who take their paddle-like beaks and go for the tiny little things along the very shallow water. Turtles, along with manatees, eat the seagrass directly. It's their nutrition, especially the Kemp Ridley turtle and a couple of the other endangered ones like the green turtle. And here's a manatee in Florida, of course, eating the seagrass as fast as he can. Texas, unfortunately, has a lot of seagrass. 70% of its original seagrass, according to Warren Pulick, scientist, when he did a study in 1998, has been lost in the Texas bays. And Laguna Madre has the most, whilst others like Matagorda Bay have less than 2% of the original, and Galveston Bay, very polluted, has very little. Restoration has happened in Laguna, Corpus Christi, and the Redfish Bays, and been shown to be very successful. But what important to everybody is the services that the seagrass provides in making the sediment stable, the shoreline stable by their root and rhizome systems, and the ecosystems where a lot of little animals and big animals for sports fisheries and commercial fisheries rapidly come back into the seagrass when they're restored. It also clarifies the water by baffling particles, recycles minerals, and carbon is stored in large volumes, taking CO2 out of the air and the water and putting them down in the sediment. There are many ways to do this in large scale. One of them we did in Laguna Madre, and we took a navigational island and we scraped part of it away and took the sand someplace else. This was in the Padre Island National Seashore chain of artificial islands. And then we planted 15 acres of seagrass. And here you see the seagrass exactly where the island used to be. And it was a bird rookery up here on the land that was left. And this is 1993. This is 2023, and it's still there 5 hurricanes later. Another way of getting large amounts of seagrass is taking causeways, such as the JFK Causeway between Flower Bluff, Corpus Christi, and Padre Island, and making holes in these barriers, which the causeways have become barriers, and making holes or putting them on bridges or making bridges instead of causeways. Here you see in 1992 what happened to the bottom. Nothing, it was just sand blowing around. And here's after they redid the JFK Causeway, and you see lots of seagrass having grown back on both sides as the water pours down from Corpus Christi Bay into the Laguna Madre. We thank the Texas Coastal Management Program and NOAA for supporting this work, and hope you'll talk to your congressman about doing restoration in our Texas bays.